Hello everybody, in this video I want to very quickly show you how to use the new MYPATH work experience resources that are currently hosted on the MYPATH Unlimited platform. On my screen you can see the homepage for MYPATH Unlimited, so I'm logged in as a regular user, and if you go into search resources you will find a whole new suite of resources available. For this video I'm going to show you the one-day work experience projects, but it's important to note that we also have a 3-day version available on the platform too. So you can see as we go down, we've got 17 different work experience projects that you could get involved in. The first one being accommodation, but we also cover agriculture, arts and recreation, business admin and support, construction, education, finance and insurance, food, health and social care, IT and communication, logistics, manufacturing, mining and extractives, public sector and defence, real estate, retail and utilities. Now you could either run a combination of these for your students, or instead you could decide on one. Essentially these will work as long as you bring at least one volunteer from the industry you've chosen. So let's use retail as an example. So if you've got a volunteer or a group of volunteers that might be able to support in delivering this as they work or have experience in retail, you can simply click into this, you can download the file, and it's this easy. You'll also notice while that's downloading, we've also got some alignment Gatsby benchmark pieces, so you can copy and paste these into your evidence. As you click in, so you'll see here we've got the retail one ready to go. We open that up and you've got everything you need to run it within here. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is the how to use the resources. So this is a document that will come with every one of these. It will tell you everything you need to do before the day, on the day and after the day, and equally for the 3-day it will also give you some guidance around that. Then what you do is you work with your volunteer or group of volunteers before the day to work out which challenge you want to run. So if you were doing retail, for example, you might choose sustainable packaging design, you might choose an in-store customer experience hub, a click and collect efficiency system, a mobile pop-up shop, or a digital loyalty program app. And you're obviously welcome to tailor these slightly, but if you are developing a new idea, developing a new service, inventing something for the industry, it will work with the structure that we've developed. So you work with the volunteer that you're going to be working with, and you choose one of these, and again you can slightly adapt it. Then what you do is you invite that volunteer on the day of delivery for the 1 day, and you get them to introduce themselves at the start of the day. So we recommend the first kind of 40 minutes to be used for an introduction to the day from the volunteer, and also then a Q&A session with students, so students can decide the questions they want to ask. And there is a session around this to support this for students. We've then got within a PowerPoint or Google Slides, if you're a Google Slides school, we've then got everything you need to do to run this day. So you can see it's all video led like all of our resources, and we've got 25 different videos within a 5-hour day. It's important to note as well the last session is all about the presentation of ideas back to the class, so there's only 2 or 3 videos in that last session. So how it would work: this is your tutor time. It's a 15-minute activity. The activity is pasted here, but if the teacher simply plays the video.
Welcome to your work experience day. Today you'll step into the shoes of a professional working as part of a team to tackle a real-life business challenge. You'll hear from an employer, develop a creative solution, and pitch your idea before the day ends. It will be fast-paced, fun, and give you a taste of what work is really like. To kick things off, we want you to get curious.
So what does this mean? This means that your teachers can focus on behaviour management and making sure students remain engaged, but the activities are set out for them. Now, to make this as good as it possibly could be, and also to make sure it aligns with the new modern work experience expectations, we want to make sure there are extensive encounters with employers built into this. Now, we know how difficult it can be to get employers into school, and logistically how challenging that can be too, making sure the staff to supervise them and things like that. As an absolute minimum, you want to be bringing your volunteer in to introduce the day and do the Q&A. As a even better or a way to develop that, you maybe work with a close business that you partner with and get them to send in multiple members of staff throughout the day. Maybe you have apprentices come in to help them when they get onto their branding and their marketing. Maybe you have other volunteers from the same sector coming in. It's up to you. We develop the resource, we give you the resource, so you're able to use it in whatever way you see fit. However, it is completely up to you. We're providing you with the resource to make this really easy and really well structured for a fast-paced, exciting work experience challenge day that aligns with the modern work experience expectations. But how you use it and how you develop it using employers is completely up to you. You'll also note in that folder there is a teacher lesson plan. As everything's video led, we don't need teachers to understand really complex complex ideas. We don't need them to be leading the delivery, but what we do want to do is make sure that they know what's happening in every activity. So quite simply, if they weren't paying attention to the video and they were doing something else while the video was on, they know what the students need to be doing and what the time constraints around that are. So hopefully this has been a nice, comprehensive, easy to understand guide as to how quickly you could choose a work experience project. The 1 day and the 3 day options are available now, and there are 5 different challenges for every one of the 17 industries to choose from. So you've got tons of options. The 3 day programs are also on the platform as we speak, so you can also go in to do that. The difference with the 3 day is much deeper. We're using much more in-depth knowledge. We're helping students to explore the sector in a much wider way. The 1 day is much more surface level. So hopefully this will give you a great start to achieving the new modern work experience guidelines. We hope it's been really helpful. If you're not already a subscriber, feel free to get in touch to see how we can support you and your school with your provision. If you do need anything in the meantime, please feel free to reach out.